What's up guys, Zaid here, and today I'm going to be showing you the one card Deep Sea Diva combo for this Mermail deck that I've been working on. I'm also, after I show you this full combo that is assuming you don't get hand trapped and you only have the one Deep Sea Diva, I'm going to show you two different lines of play you can do if your Deep Sea Diva does get hand trapped. But to start, we're going to go over just like the Deep Sea Diva play so you could see what the deck does at its peak with one card. So we're going to summon the Deep Sea Diva. Special out the Neptibus. Neptibus effect is going to send Dragoon to search Dragoons. And then Dragoons is going to trigger to search Deep Sea Minstrel. Right here, usually if they have a Ash Veiler Imperm type card, it's probably correct to hit Diva. And if they don't, the only other thing that you're going to be scared of is a Nibiru. I mean, like technically Droll, but mainly Nibiru. And so right here, this being able to search Deep Sea Minstrel not only makes you unable to be nibbed, but it also, as you're going to see, makes another card live. So we use the Minstrel to let you pitch it and a water as cost to rip a card from their hand. So we're going to look at their hand. If they have a Nibiru, you hit it. If they have another hand trap that they haven't used yet, you hit it. If they don't have a hand trap, you take the card that you want them to have the most, because it's going to go back to their hand at the end phase. And off this Dragoons, we're going to search the Moulin Glacia, which is going to rip two from their hand. So if they have a card that's good in grave, banish that with the Minstrel so that you have a better chance of hitting the cards you want to hit and you know you're leaving the bad ones. From here, we're going to link the two into Halki Fibrax. We're going to trigger Halk's effect to summon Fishborg Launcher from deck. And what this card lets you do is you can't synchro with it unless you're synchroing for a water, which doesn't really matter. And then if you have a monster in your graveyard other than him, and all your monsters in grave are water, you could special it, but banish it when it leaves the field. So we're going to link this into a Link Karibo. Now we're going to special it back, the Fishborg Launcher. And then from here, we have 5 waters in grave. So we can drop the Moulin... Oh, we don't drop it yet. We actually link into the artifact link, the Dagda. And here, because the launcher banishes itself, we still have 5 waters in grave. So here we drop Moulin Glacia, Chainlink 1 Moulin Glacia, Chainlink 2 Dagda. Dagda is going to set Scythe directly from our deck, and Moulin Glacia is going to rip 2 out of our opponent's hand. So now we picked 1 out of their 5 cards that we don't want to hit or was Nibiru and got it out of the hand. So now we're hitting 2 cards out of the remainder that we want to hit. And we have knowledge of the last 2 cards that are going to be in their hand and the one that'll return. So on their turn, you're going to know 3 out of 4 of their cards. Next, or not next, but so Dagda resolves, Moulin Glacia resolves. We set the Scythe. And then from here, we can link the Dagda and the Moulin Glacia into Verte Anaconda. One thing to note, though, is that when you link with Moulin Glacia, you cannot attack during your next battle phase. And I'm going to show you why that doesn't really matter in a second. But we're going to go Anaconda, pay 2,000, guess what you're playing? The Destiny Heroes. These Garnets are infinitely better in your deck because they are, what's it called? So these cards let you draw 2 or extend with the Dasher, which is like really good as follow-up. The Fusion Destiny is better to draw, so we play it as a 3 of in this deck, because sometimes you get hand trapped and the Fusion Destiny is just an extender. And so I really like it, and it triggers the Scythe that you saw that we set. So playing the Dasher, the Celestial, the Fusion Destinies, and the Phoenix Enforcer is like really, really strong in this deck. So we're going to summon that. And then when their turn rolls around, you're going to activate your Halki Fibrax at some point. It has to be in their main phase. And you can summon the TG Wonder Magician. Wonder Magician's effect on summon will let you destroy a spell or trap. So you pop Scythe. Scythe will summon because it's their turn. And then Scythe activates. So now they're locked from the extra deck. And here you can also activate TG Wonder Magician to synchro on their turn. And you make a Baroness de Fleur. So not only do you Scythe them and they have no extra deck for the turn, but you have the Baroness, you have the Destiny Hero Destroyer Phoenix, you have the Celestial for follow-up, you rip 2 out of their hand. And a couple neat things to keep in mind with this are, like I said, you don't have your battle, but on their turn you have a negate with Baroness, you have the Destroyer, and they can't use the extra, so they're probably not outing Baroness. And if they do, it's probably not the biggest deal because you also have this. They're not outing your whole board with no extra deck. And so when your turn rolls around, you can use Baron to pop. You can use Phoenix Enforcer to pop. If you don't kill them, well, you can't kill them because no battle phase, my bad. But your Baron de Fleur on their standby can put itself back to the extra to summon the Scythe back out. So it's not just one turn they're Scythe for, but two. And like I said, you have the Pot of Greed follow-up. You rip two out of their hand. It's like kind of absurd, to be honest. And the being able to synchro summon with the TG Wonder Magician plays around cards like Forbidden Chalice. You go Scythe Effect, they go Chain Chalice. You chain Wonder Magician, you can make a level 10. If they droplet you and send Spell or Trap, it also works to play around it, but they're probably going to send a monster if they like read your cards and know what they do. But yeah, that's like the full combo. And I know a bunch of you are going to comment, what happens if you get hand trapped? So I'm going to show you that too. And what we're going to use to start for these is Deep Sea Diva and then Ready Fusion. Ready Fusion can be any extender. Deep Sea Diva is, you're probably leading with Deep Sea Diva, but if it gets hand trapped, and if you don't have Deep Sea Diva and you just summon any monster that can be summoned and have an extender also, as long as one of them is a tuner, you still do this. But say we summon Deep Sea, they imperm it. So we're like, alright, Ready Fusion. Summon Theseus out. Here we can make the Hulk again. Hulk is going to trigger to get the Launcher. Launcher is honestly what makes this deck feel insane. Because we don't have any tuners that bring themselves back off of Hulk if you just make a Link Karibo. But if you're playing a water deck, you do. And so I feel like that's really, really powerful. And so we're going to make the Link Karibo, and then we're going to bring back the Launcher. From here, we turn the Helki Fibrax and the Link Karibo into Artifact Dagda. And then we're going to activate Link Karibo Engrave, tributing the Launcher to special itself. And then we're going to chain Dagda to the activation of that to set Scythe from deck. And so now the Link Karibo comes out. We're going to Link Karibo and Dagda. And we're going to summon out the Verte Anaconda. And then we're going to activate Anaconda's effect. Pay 2,000, send Fusion, send the Celestial and Dasher. And summon out the Phoenix Enforcer. And so this, you're not ending on the Baroness also, but you're still going to get the Phoenix Enforcer to pop Scythe on their turn and special the Scythe. And a second line that you can do, instead of making the Phoenix Enforcer, I have this one saved for you too. I'm going to just fast forward through the beginning. It's the same. You summon, get hand trapped, extend, Hulk gets Launcher. I'm sure you see the basis of this like deck is that Helki Fibrax can make like multiple negates on its own. And it's kind of insane. Not only multiple negates, it's a negate and a no extra deck. So like Vanity's Emptiness plus a negate for two monsters. It's fucking bonkers. But we bring back the Link or the Fishborg Launcher. And in this line, we're going to link the Launcher and the Link Karibo. We're going to summon Dagda. And then here you pass turn to them. On their main phase, you activate Hulk. And then you chain the Dagda, which is going to let you set the Scythe. And then you summon the Magician. You pop the Scythe, summon Scythe, and then do the Synchro. So here you're ending on Scythe Baroness, whereas in the other line, you're ending on Scythe Phoenix Enforcer. I kind of like this one more, because you need to use Phoenix Enforcer to pop Scythe on their turn in the other line. Whereas in this line, you get the pop and then you end on the Baroness. So this is an additional negate. Although this card is a little more fragile because it doesn't float if destroyed. It only floats if it sticks. And so this is a little stronger. The other one I feel like it has a better board. Like it has more board presence in the sense that the board's going to float. And you have the Pot of Greed Engrave. So that's a big difference too, because you don't get to send Celestial and Dasher here. But you have those as follow-up on the next turn, which I think is kind of mighty. And so yeah, that's the combos. If you guys think that this is like kind of cool and you want to see more, let me know in the comments. If I get a good amount of feedback on this, I will definitely do like more combos or like hand testing and stuff so you can see what to do with a full 5-card hand. And I'll be like definitely willing to share my list. I feel like it's real spice. And as you can tell, it's pretty big because we play cards like Scythe and stuff that I don't really... Well, Scythe's a bad example. I am fine drawing Scythe, but there's other cards I don't want to draw. And so I play a bigger list, and it feels like gas. Like, I've been doing really well with it, and I really enjoy it. So yeah, let me know if you want to see the list. Let me know if you want to see more combos, bigger test hands, and thank you for watching.